YouTube, how's it going? We're back, and today I have my Super Bowl 53 score predictions. Patriots versus the Rams. Should be a fun Super Bowl. I'm going to predict the score in a little bit here before we get started. I apologize right off the bat here because, video's been a little delayed this week, a little kind of pushed back at times, and, I live here in Chicago. The weather's just been lovely, so internet's been down. Any chance it goes up, I try to get these uploaded. I can record them. Obviously, I don't need internet for that, but so I apologize. We're a little off schedule this week, and everyone's kind of used to our schedule, so a little off schedule. We're going to try to get back on track here, but yeah, still have Friday live stream. Hopefully the internet's okay to do that. We're going to talk Super Bowl during that, prop bets, talk about the game, who can win MVP. We'll talk about who can win MVP in this a little bit too, but I want to see the other guys' opinions on our live stream too. So come join us for that. Follow our Twitter, as you can see in the bottom left and in the description of each video, frogs_angels. We talk all kinds of football. Talk live during games, talk drafts. Love talking the draft. Anything, off-season, free agency. Come ask questions there. Love talking with you guys on there. But Patriots, Rams, if you watched our straight up picks last week, I had some time to think about what I did, my picks. All four of us actually picked the Patriots, without a score. But I'm gonna stay true to that. I'm gonna stay put there. I don't really like changing my pick, even though I have done it in the past. I think we'll reveal the score now. Why not? I hate waiting. I'm gonna go 34-23 Patriots. And, yeah, that's a double-digit win, 11-point win. I think there's a lot that goes into it. And the Rams can win this game. Don't get me wrong. I'll explain how each team can win this game. But, for one, I thought the AFC was much more dominant than the NFC. Credit to the Rams for getting here. They had a great season. They deserve to be here, no doubt. Even though people could question that about the call in the Saints game. You can't sit here and say they don't deserve at all to be here. That wouldn't be true. But, and they, like I said, they can win the game. They can win this game. They can do it. I'm not ruling them out at all. And I don't think any other guys would be ruling them out either. But for the Patriots, and you can't, when I say one thing good about the Patriots, it doesn't mean I don't think it's good about the Rams. But I have to say that the Patriots coaching staff, I think, is the best of all time. They're the best at game planning. And not that the Rams can't do that, but the game plan is key. And what's been key that really nobody has been talking about for the last couple Patriots wins is the defense. Yeah, they give some points, but the pass rush, the blitz packages, unreal. And, credit to the whole staff, but the defensive staff, which you just focus on kind of the offensive side or the team game plan in general, which Belichick's in charge of. But, he's pretty much in charge of everything, obviously. But, I have so much belief in that coaching staff. Not that I don't in the Rams, it's just a little more in the Patriots. And Tom Brady, he shows up when he has to. He didn't really play the best game against the Chiefs, except for that overtime drive was just incredible. But, he could have thrown some picks here and there. And then, for the Rams defense here, Rams defense is better than the Chiefs, so a little bit different matchup. So, but I do think it's somewhat similar to playing the Chargers. And the Rams do have a little more offense than the Chargers, but if the Rams can play like they did in that game, look out. Or the Patriots can play like they did in that game, I should say, then look out because, it's a dominant team. I think this is one of their better teams ever, too. The amount of times, the earlier years when they had the defense like Teddy Bruschi, Willie McGinn, all those guys on defense, I guess those are probably the better years. But there's some defensive talent out there this year. Trey Flowers has been very good. Stephon Gilmore, maybe the best corner in football. But I look at the offensive side. Gronk's healthy. And you have your usual running backs like James White and Burkhead's healthy right now. And you have like a true running back in Sony Michel, who I'm very high on. The offensive line is playing out of their minds, and they don't even have their first-round pick from Georgia in there. So it's just a complete team, very dominant team. I think it's one of their better ones. It didn't show during the regular season, but it didn't need to. It didn't. There was no there's no reason for them to go all out. I'm sure they tried to win. Not saying they didn't try to win, but the game plan is different. The playoffs are much different. You should know that. You shouldn't be surprised. I was kind of surprised by the amount of people that are surprised about the Patriots turning it around from regular season to playoffs. But it's just, I don't know how you can be surprised about that. Tom Brady's going to show up in the playoffs. The whole coaching staff is. The whole team is. It's just how it is. I think for the Rams to win, this is why I'm somewhat confident on the Patriots, because for the Rams to win, which is doable, but I think Brady has to It has to do with the turnovers. I think they have to pick off Brady. Well, I guess it could be fumbles from somebody else, but which, like I said, Brady did throw a couple picks, or could have thrown more than he threw against the Chiefs, and the Rams are a little better defense. They do have Aaron Donald too, who's the best in football. So Brady could throw a couple picks. Those can turn into picks. Those can turn into scores, but that's one thing. The Rams have to capitalize on those turnovers if they get them, and they can't really turn the ball over. So I'm thinking 2 interceptions from Brady and then 0 turnovers from the Rams. Something like that I think would be a Rams victory. But is Brady going to turn the ball over like that? And really, I think what it starts is the coin toss too. I think the Patriots need the ball first. If the Patriots don't get the ball first and the Rams go down there and score, at that point, at 7-0, at that point, I'm questioning the game. I'm questioning who's going to win that game. If the Patriots start with the ball, I'm very confident they're going to go down there and score, and that's a game changer. We've been seeing them do that in their best games this year, and not even this year, in the past. So I think that's key as well. A lot of teams do like to defer, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Rams got to create turnovers. Obviously, if like Donald or the pass rush can get after Brady consistently, that's a game changer. I don't know if that happens. I think they'll have a game plan for Donald. The other guys have been pretty good. Fowler in the postseason, really just last game, has been good. Sue and Brockers have actually stepped up too. So they do have their hands full, but that line's very good, and they're very good at adjusting and game planning. Brady's very good at picking up the blitzes where they're coming from. He knows. So that's the difference here. I think the Rams need some luck on their side. I think they need some turnovers. They can win the game because that is doable. I predicted, something, even though I didn't really doubt the Patriots after the regular season performance, I did doubt them stopping running backs, whether it's running the ball or stopping runs and running backs catching the ball out of the backfield. I did doubt that, and that really hasn't showed up too much yet. I thought they would give up big-time yards. Hasn't really showed up too much yet. Damian Williams was pretty solid, but that slip screen game the Chiefs got is pretty darn dominant. Really, every single team has a hard time stopping that. So will they struggle with? I don't see them struggling with Anderson. Not that he can't have a good day, but will they struggle with Gurley? 2-week break for Gurley could be dominant. That could be the other reason that the Rams could win this game. Gurley could be dominant in this game, so the break helps them. Their offensive line's been great. Kind of up there in age if you combine all the guys. Look at their better ones, but the 2-week break helps that. We've seen them, how dominant that line was in the Cowboys game after they had a good break. So same thing can happen here, but the break, I think, would normally favor a team like the Rams for all those reasons I explained, but you're playing the team that is used to the postseason and used to going to the Super Bowl. So any other team, the Rams may have the edge in those situations, even if it's the Chiefs. The Chiefs were my Super Bowl pick before the playoffs started, so that they can match up even better against them. So it's just who they're playing here is the reason I'm picking the Patriots. Another thing I noticed, the Super Bowls that Brady won, he's had a game-winning drive on all of them, obviously. So a lot of them been close. So all it takes is that mistake or that big-time play by a defender, or if it's a lucky play, it's a big part of football, a big part of turnovers, offense, defense, same thing. So if it just takes one play. It just takes one play. Even looking at, I know it's a totally different team in circumstance, but look at the Eagles. Look like they're going to go drive on the Saints. In one play, unfortunate, that doesn't happen. It was very rare. Something like that changes the entire game. So that's why it's very hard to predict, and the officiating has been terrible. I think the officiating is, I've been predicting when they're not going to be good and when I've been pretty good on that, I feel like, and I predicted them to be pretty terrible for the NFC and AFC Championship game, which they were. I think they clean it up for this game, just how much pressure's on them. There will be bad calls, but I think they clean it up here. They got their final 2 teams. There's no reason for it to be ridiculous unless they, somehow they have the refs decide who they want to win. I don't know if that's how that works, but we'll see. I can't wait for the Super Bowl. It should be a lot of fun. I'm going 34-23. I think one thing I didn't mention, well, I did kind of mention, was the Patriots' pass rush has been dominant and have been a key to their success. And I think Goff was excellent last game. He impressed me, did better than what I thought he would do. But, he's under pressure. He still kind of panics. He's quick to panic. If there might be pressure, he'll throw off his back foot, kind of lean back, throw while he's moving back. I've seen that a lot. If the Patriots keep that pressure up, that could be a huge problem. And I think some of that, I don't think it'll be consistent, but I think some of that will happen. That's why I only have them with 23. So that was a worry of mine too. They could get more than those points, but I have a feeling about this Patriots defense. getting after Goff. It's just a feeling, you know. MVP, who could be MVP? I want to see who you guys think will be MVP in the comments. Any the obvious one, maybe the bold prediction one. We're going to talk about all this stuff during the live stream, but the obvious ones that stand out, you know, would be Tom Brady would be obvious for the Patriots. After that, I don't know if any of them be obvious. Edelman would probably be the next most likely. For the Rams, it could be Gurley, it could be Goff, it could be Cooks. I think Cooks will go out there and have a damn good game against his former team. From last year, he was in the Super Bowl. That'd be unfortunate if Brandon Cooks lost the Super Bowl because was just on the Patriots, got knocked out of the game with a concussion, lost the Super Bowl, then comes here and is going to lose to, if he loses to his former, that'd be unfortunate. But you know, he's a heck of a player. I think he has a good game. So Cooks would be, I guess, somewhat of a wild card. Gurley and Goff would be the favorites possibly. But you know, the other wild cards I look at is really the Patriots running backs. I think White or Michelle. I think Michelle can do it. I really like Sony Michel. And then looking at the Rams, Robert Woods could be a wild card. I guess Gronk could be too because he hasn't really showed up too much this season. You know, clutch at the end of the game when they need him to be. Well, this is a Super Bowl. This is the final stage, so you're going to need him to be big time the whole game. So they could use him a little more. So Gronk really could be the MVP as well. You know, I guess I'll determine my final pick in the live stream, but those are some guys that I think kind of want to see your guys in the comments, like any wild cards. Maybe a defensive guy. Maybe it could be Donald. Maybe it could be Trey Flowers, Stephon Gilmore. Maybe Aqib Talib or Marcus Peters comes up with those picks. Like I said, the Rams' key to win is those playmakers, you know, coming up with interceptions. They have a pretty solid DB unit, not just the corners, the safeties too. So any of those guys come up with a pick or two. When the Patriots were in the Super Bowl with the Falcons, we've seen some big-time playmakers on the defense side. Those guys could have been the MVP. You know, it probably would have been Matt Ryan, but those guys could have been in if they would have won the game. So it's possible. It can happen. You know, and Brady's older now, obviously, than he was then. He's only getting older. So I don't doubt him, but these are reasons the Rams can win. So let me know your guys' thoughts, your score predictions, your MVPs. Hopefully I can get this video uploaded. I apologize for delayed schedule, different schedule this week. We're going to try to get back on track. Hopefully we can do that Friday live stream. Hopefully this thing gets going earlier than I expect it to. It's pretty bad over here. So, yeah, again, apologize for the delay on all these, but what are you going to do, I guess? Keep up with us on Twitter. You know, I always can tweet, you know, so we can interact on there. Link in the description for the Twitter. 20K is our subscriber goal. You know, we got over that 10K. Thanks to everyone's support. We're actually changing the name of the channel. You know, some of you want it to stay, but, you know, we love the rate we're going at, you know, the way we're growing, but we're trying to get, you know, grow even more. So, you know, we want something that fits our channel a little more. We have a name. We're trying to work on the logos. Pretty much done. So we'll keep you guys updated on that, and that will be announced soon. So 20K is our subscriber goal. Click the like button. That we much appreciate it as well. That's going to do it for this one, though. Thanks for everyone's support. Goodbye.